Syria has never had one day of peace, not before the regime change and not after. Mass killings has become the new norm. After the Alawites faced it and the Druze community faced it, now the Christians are facing it. A suicide bombing in a church in Duwayla shook Damascus in the middle of the day while people were praying. Now the Christians in Syria blame Ahmad al-Shara's regime, and Ahmad al-Shara's regime blames ISIS. Listen in.
After the wave of mass killings on the coast, Syria is witnessing a series of sectarian killings, one that current Syrian leader Ahmad al-Shara has promised to stop. Last weekend was supposed to be a normal church mass for Christians in Syria, but an explosion shook the community. A suicide bomber in Syria opened fire and then detonated an explosive vest inside a Greek Orthodox church filled with people praying inside. The attack killed several and injured dozens on the outskirts of Damascus.
So now, should I be afraid every Sunday when I go to church to pray? Should we expect we might die? We would sacrifice ourselves for Christ, but I can't have my son die before me, or my brother, or my mother.
The attack on the church was the first of its kind in Syria in years, and comes as Damascus, under its de facto Islamist rule, is trying to win the support of minorities. Syria's newly formed government blamed the Islamic State group for the attack.
With deep sorrow and condemnation, the Syrian Ministry of Interior denounces the heinous and criminal bombing that targeted the Mar Elias Church. The evidence points to a suicide attack carried out by ISIS, which resulted in a number of innocent martyrs and spread fear among peaceful citizens.
However, Syria's top Christian leader blamed the government for failing to protect the minorities of the country.
Who is behind this shameful act may concern me somewhat, but what is important to me, and I will say it, is that the government bears responsibility in full.
Among the minorities, Christians made up around 10% of Syria's pre-war population of 22 million, but their numbers shrunk significantly during the 14-year conflict. Only a few 100,000 are now estimated to be living in Syria.
I wonder why they target us. We had no benefit in anything that happened in the country. We only want for Syria to live in peace.
While the new leadership is attempting to integrate these fighters into Syria's national army, which still struggles to unify rival militant factions, some are reportedly being targeted for recruitment by extremist groups like the Islamic State. The IS, which lost its territorial grip in 2019 to Kurdish-led US-backed forces, continues to carry out attacks across Syria. The group recently claimed its first assault on the new Syrian government forces. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio recently warned that Syria is on the brink of another full-scale civil war, citing the resurgence of IS and Iranian interference in areas outside government control. Despite the sanction relief from Western powers, Syria continues to remain tense, with continued attacks from extremist groups and cross-border fire. Syria not only needs economic revival, but also the unification of its people and armed forces.